Renuka Chaudhary, you spoke very well in Parliament. My first question to you is, a lot of people writing into us are demanding tougher and tougher treatment of rapists. A lot of people are also demanding the death penalty. Where do you stand on the death penalty for rapists issue?
Arnav, like I said earlier this evening, death penalty is one thought process. Now that's a whole different debate on the merits and demerits of death penalty. So I don't want to divert or dilute from the main issue of this incident and what needs to be done immediately. At the end of the day, we have to focus on the real issue of administratively ensuring that justice is done and quickly. Now, if at the end of the day, the police land up at the judiciary, the witnesses have to land up at the judiciary, the doctors who testify will have to end up at the judiciary. And that is the weakest link today, because if we don't have a fast-track court and a swift in-camera dealing with this issue, doctors can't abandon other patients and keep coming to the court every day to wait for this case to be heard, which can take till the cows come home, number one. Number two, the witnesses then start getting fragmented because they don't want the headache either. Time just keeps... And can you imagine what that does to the victim, who remains with the stigma, with the label, and she has to constantly be called to recall what happened and how it happened, and the onus of responsibility is on her. And then you have an amazing social structure around us where people tell us कि महिला को मुंह ढकना चाहिए, सर ढकना चाहिए, and you know we should not wear jeans, we should not be roaming on the streets outside, we should not wear revealing clothes. I mean, the kind of bunkum that we deal with as women in today's society, we have to have an out-of-the-box thinking, Arnav. And I believe that the out-of-the-box thinking would be, number one, there has to be this, the judiciary, we cannot compromise on that. They have to have a fast track and highly sensitive way of dealing with these issues and quickly give us convictions so that then the law will take its course and fix all these chaps. Number two,
we haven't done anything. Women. I mean, we say that. No, what is the today Renuka Chaudhary? How was there even 30% of Rajya Sabha present when this issue was being debated there? Was even 30% of the people were given 3 minutes to speak?
No, there were there were plenty of people in the house, the whole house. No. Arnav, we can't damn
there weren't even 30% of people in the house.
Both houses. No. Now, you must have seen it at a particular time, but there were plenty of people who participated. The whole house remained unified, cutting across political lines. Everyone got together to fight against it.
I'll just get the number of how many people were there.
That doesn't matter. Now it's not the mathematics. We can't miss the trees for the woods. You know, or the woods for the trees, or whatever the saying is. The issue that we are trying to deal with, Arnav, is this cannot become one more statistic. I really feel strongly about this. We cannot let this incident become one more statistic.
We all know what should be done. No, I understand it should not be one more statistic. But what have we done? What have we done till now? No, 1 second, ma'am, please listen to me. When the government wants, then it can quickly convene the House in order to appease Mayawati. It can push a reservations government quota bill last minute despite opposition and everything. Why is there no change in the laws to deal with the rape accused? Why is no clear time limit put? Why are there no separate courts which have been set up? Can the lawmakers of this country not do all that? I want to get Chandan Mitra at this stage. Chandan Mitra, do you believe that simply blaming the slow process of the courts, which I agree with, by the way, I think the courts proceed extremely slowly. Do you believe that is also a way to sort of discard all responsibility from governments and police forces? At the end of the day, what is happening in Delhi? What is the responsibility of the Home Ministry, the Delhi police response to? What is the responsibility of Sheila Dikshit? No, we can't just blame the courts, can we? Chandan Mitra.
Look, before I come to answer your question...
No, the Delhi police have arrested 4 of the guys. I'm not here to defend the Delhi police or the Chief Minister of Delhi.
She has had a say, so let me say something. First and foremost, I would like to point out...
I've not had my say.
The presence of... Renuka ji, please, you've had your say. First, the three Rajya Sabha members sitting here, a vast number of people were present in the Rajya Sabha throughout, and they participated very, very somberly and seriously in the entire process of this discussion. I think this was exemplary. In fact, normally after lunch particularly, the house is mostly empty, but today it wasn't. So don't go on the stereotype of the insensitive politician. Actually, we were not insensitive today, and people really expressed concern, and very genuine concern across the board. Number two, I had not intended to politicize the debate at all, and I still won't do it. I only want to point out to my fellow member of the Rajya Sabha, Ms. Renuka Chaudhary, that look, don't avoid the question by saying that there are so many judicial problems, this, that and so on and so forth, doctors will have to attend the court. You are running away from facing the issue. There is a need for really, really stringent punishment for rapists, and the laws have to be amended, and death sentence must be put on the statute books for rape. Rarest of rare cases. But in this kind of depravity, as we have seen in Delhi on Sunday night, I think what else? I mean, we can't, of course, when we don't hang terrorists in this country, I suppose this will still take a long process and time. But yes, death penalty is the one one deterrent, and some people must really be hung by the neck till dead. And this should be publicized.
The problem is, Chandan Mitra, the problem is that 5 men raping a girl, hitting her with an iron rod, permanently damaging her abdomen, hurting her intestines out there. The girl is battling for survival. She's in a very critical case. I don't know if this is not rarest of rare. And if this also the person gets away with a 5-year or 7-year imprisonment, whether the faith of the people will be shaken. I want to at this stage get in. I just want to get in Purnima Advani at this stage. Purnima, where do you stand on death penalty?
I just saw some TV visuals of some of the accused being taken by the police. Why are they allowed to cover their heads? They should not be allowed to cover their heads.
I am completely with you. I am completely with you, but let me tell you, the media has been instructed. The media has been instructed not to reveal the faces of the accused. And while we follow what we have been told to do, we've been told don't reveal the identities of the accused till the trial is going on. Yes, Renuka?
That is part of the process, Arnav, to keep their faces covered, because these monsters and their families are going to be, because of these creeps, these morons. You see, they're not being hidden to save their identities. It's at the end of the day, once the trial is over, they should be published at every street corner. The family has to, this chap has to be ostracized. His insurance cannot be applicable. You have to look at and address issues. I'm using your platform to reach out. Now, if it's going to be a political debate, I'm not interested. I want to tell you that.
No, I'm not making it a political debate, Renuka Chaudhary. Please don't say you are not interested.
Not you,
I'm
your
not
other
making it a political debate.
You. No, I'm
not.
Let me talk. I'm on your show.
Renuka Chaudhary,
let me
Renuka
talk.
Chaudhary, all I'm saying is, Renuka Chaudhary, I want the debate on the death penalty. It's time to debate it. I don't want to brush it under the carpet. If I can just tell you, Renuka Chaudhary, the kind of feedback we get here at times now on the issue of death penalty, people are so angry.
No, if we've
Purnima Advani, may I get you in, please?
Yes,
and we've decided that this is the issue
in.
that it's to discuss the death penalty.
Let me tell you one thing, Arnav, that this subject that you have taken up today has been hogging the mind of the National Commission for Women since several years. In fact, the commission, give me 2 minutes, the commission was set up in 1992. The very first meeting of the NCW in April 1993 was on the subject of the need to amend the rape laws. You can imagine how much it has been hogging the mind of the commission. In the year 2000, there was a countrywide debate that we had started to determine what was in the mind of women's organizations across the length and breadth of the country. Should there be death penalty? Should there not be death penalty? And at that point of time, there were 18 state women's commissions. So we had gone wide, there was a wide expanse through the state women's commissions to all the women's organizations.
No, where do you stand?
Now,
where do you stand?
I think, Arnav, what came out, and I am in agreement with that view, that there are three components in any punishment which are essential. One is the certainty of punishment, the second is the swiftness of punishment, and the third is the severity of punishment. If because of the severity being death penalty, the swiftness will reduce and the certainty of conviction reduces, it is not worth it. It is extremely important for the rapist to know that if I rape, within a short while I am going to be punished, and my punishment could be the life imprisonment, could be 10 years, whatever. But there must be certainty of that. There must be swiftness in that. If only the single case is taken up, which the media has today taken up with all its heart and spirit. And an example is made of this case, that investigation, trial and its culmination in the court will take a time-bound period of, let's say, 5 to 6 months.
No, you are not taking a position on the issue of death penalty. You say that the issue came up in 1993, but you failed to take a position tonight on the issue yourself, Purnima Advani.
No death penalty, there must be certainty and swiftness. If there is death penalty, there cannot be swiftness. The trial will go on too long, and the severity of punishment later on, it goes into mercy pleas and all.
So you are against the death penalty. I got your point. Derek O'Brien, is this case the rarest of rare? Death penalty is given in the case of rarest of rare based upon the heinousness of the crime. Right? Is this case in that category for you?
How do you discriminate one rape from another? Every rape is a rarest of rare. It's a violation.
What stops you? Why are you fudging the issue?
Oh, Chandan, I expected better sense from you. Death sentence is not the solution.
You are interrupting everyone. You are interrupting everyone and fudging the issue at the same time.
I refuse to answer this.
Please don't. I don't think you have anything to say.
I'm coming back to this. I'll come back to this because this debate is on whether or not there should be the death penalty for rapists. Derek O'Brien, where do you stand on this?
See, Arnav, this dastardly act happened a day and a half ago. I think the focus is, I'm sure death penalty or no death penalty is what you want to debate, but I want to use every moment I get on the media to try and do in our little way how to stop the next rape from happening. I think that is the bigger issue, because otherwise by day after tomorrow, I'm sorry to say, all of you will be on election results and this story will go in the back end.
No, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry, Derek O'Brien. May I request you not to be presumptuous on such issues? Yes.
I need to be presumptuous because otherwise, if you think I'm being presumptuous on such issues, let us look for solutions. I think it is more important this evening, Arnav, to debate. I have a 17-year-old daughter and I spoke this morning from Parliament and I had goosebumps when I spoke, because there needs to be every father today in India, as I'm sure you are concerned, and every husband in India who needs to be concerned that the next rape could happen to his daughter or to his wife. So I think that's a more serious issue. And the biggest issue here is there is law lying now which was tabled. Let me finish. There is law or proposed law. There's a bill which was tabled in Lok Sabha on the 4th of December. So may I use your large platform which you have is to get everyone to read this bill and to make contributions, because here it talks about a minimum of 7 years going up to life imprisonment. So let's use the next 100 days. Let's debate this issue on public platforms like yours, and in the next 100 days attempt with amendments to have this bill passed in the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha.
Your point is well taken. Your point is well taken, but Derek.
One is a civil society issue.
But Derek, one second. Your point is well taken.
Hearing what my colleagues on the panel have been saying, and they brought some nice points about the administration. I want to add the civil society issue.
One minute. There are two issues we must not go away from. One is the issue of the death penalty for rapists, which Renuka Chaudhary, may I remind you, in November 2002, when after the rape of a medical student in Delhi, then Deputy Prime Minister L.K. Advani mooted capital punishment for rapists. You also in Parliament made a strong plea for the death penalty for rapists. I'm reading from a news report which says, an agitated Renuka Chaudhary, and I'm reminding Renuka Chaudhary tonight of the position she took 10 years back. 10 years back you said you are so unhappy with the way rape cases are being handled. I want to know the problem in demanding laws on prevention of atrocities against women in the context of capital punishment. Renuka Chaudhary, this is what you said 10 years back. I want to go to Pamela Philippos. Where do you stand on this, Pamela?
Can I please say what I want to say now?
I'm coming to you. Just 1 minute. I just want to get Pamela Philippos in, coming back to you.
I'm totally against the death penalty, despite the fact that we are facing very extraordinary times, and despite the fact that women in this country are actually going through a hellish kind of experience in the public space.